So today's adventure is going to be about Lennox Gate. Right, going to start with Arnold Medical Centre. Now, this used to be a house many moons ago. It's had two extensions. See where the pharmacy is. And this bit here. So what residents are actually concerned about is I want to turn the car park into more consultant rooms. I'm just going to swing round quickly. Now, if you've ever driven down here, this is always chocker with parking. So we're going to have to wait and see if planning does get granted. I think that'll probably make it worse around here, if I'm being honest. Now, I actually grew up in this area, so there's bits and bobs I do remember, so I will be talking about that. Right, next thing. Now, at this point you're thinking, what's this? Of course, if you don't live in the area, you'll have absolutely no idea. So, in 1936, the Lennox Gate sewage pumping station was built to cater for the Cherry Tree area and the land west of Common Edge Road. It reached its full capacity and was upgraded in 1995 to 1996. What I just need to do is just cross the road. There is good reason for this. Right, a bit more random facts here. Did you know it had an air raid siren, which was the middle of the shot here? This was taken down after the end of the Cold War, which was of course the beginning of 1990s. Local residents, when I asked them on social media and I said, air raids, and they were like, yeah. And apparently they would test it once a year just in case. Also, one year in the early 1980s, around summertime, the Gazette ran a local story called Stinking Chips for Tea. It seemed that the pumping station had 5 pumps and only the one was working, hence the stench. Something else quite interesting, the BBC did a programme called Watermen, a dirty business, and I actually found a clip from 2014 that shows inside. They have finished the work and United Utilities have yet to remove all the rubbish. Anyway, I'm just going to go over here, which is Lennox Court. I'm going to walk a little bit more down Lennox in a bit, but this land used to be greenhouses. Back in about 1986, one of my friends, their parents, they had a kitchen fire. So on the front of the flats, which I'll show you in a minute, it now has a sign that says Lennox Court because they went to the wrong house. So one of the Wynn councillors actually got that all sorted out. Now around here, also I'm going to show you the other side as well. They were built around about 1972, 1973. So, 48 years old. What are these? Are 1-bedroom flats? I don't think they're 2-bedroom, to be honest. What I'm just walking towards is the back of Fisher's Field. More on that in a bit. As a small child, I used to play on here. In the distance, be able to see Highfield Road, but in 2016-17 North West Water basically increased the capacity of the sewer network, and that was basically to update, the pumping station at Lennox Gate. So there's a massive underground storage tank in the middle of Fisher's Field, and that holds excess stormwater. I appreciate it's just a field, but again, what I've got later on in the second part will be some footage that one of my friend's parents actually took out of their window. Sounds good. Some more random facts about Fisher's Field. Now, I was under the impression there's a physical covenant for the deeds for Fisher's Field, protecting it for the enjoyment of the local children and community. Like I said, sort of grew up in the local area. I was always under the impression they couldn't really build on it, they couldn't do anything with it. But there we go. A little bit more on that later on. So I went to social media to sort of see what else I could find out, and Nick Moore recalled a discussion, and he said basically found reference in the annual report of the School Medical Officers 1958, seemed that the council acquired it. He also mentioned the following: as far as he was aware, the council bought the land in 1937 in order to build a separate infant school for Hallside. As that was not built, it was then used as playing fields by Highfield and Rosicas schools, before being used now, of course, still by Foxhall. I'm assuming it's still owned by the council, and to be honest, Foxhall began using it when they were formed in the 1950s. The gate is quite recent, in the past sort of 5 years or so. So I remember there was like a rickety fence that would collapse if you tried to climb over it. Right, we've moved on a little bit. Molyneux Drive, which is one of the side streets off Lennox. So, in 1976 the council's Molyneux complex was built, and that consisted of 40 retirement and sheltered housing flats, so 1 and 2 bedrooms, and apparently that was built with resident management staff, a community alarm service, lounge, dining room, guest facilities, and a community centre. Again, this is greenhouses. Must admit, on my bike I used to cycle around here because it was quiet. Sit on the bench outside the community centre, packet of crisps, bottle of pop. back again. There's a lovely house in front of me, the white one. A few years ago it actually had a sinkhole outside. One of the local residents actually filmed this and all the work on Fisher's Field. Probably tell that the wall there is